Hello Leo, welcome. Thank you for joining me. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well wherever you are. This is your Faery Oracle reading for December 2021 or thereabouts. I've pre-shuffled the cards to get your energy into the cards, Leo. So it's just a matter of a final shuffle now, starting with the Animal Spirit Oracle deck. But just as always to say, it is a general reading, so take what resonates with you, but anything that doesn't would be for somebody else. Alright, the energies focus on different storylines according to what's most pressing really for somebody to hear. Alright, so final shuffle then, and let's see what overall energy is ready to come out for you. Okay. Alright, so first of all, Leo, we have Porcupine Spirit, and this says it's time for beginner's mind. So this is about being at the beginning of something and staying at the beginning for now, perhaps not leaping too far ahead at this time. So it's time for a beginner's mind. So it's the very planning stages, I feel. So let's see, I'll just put that to one side. And then we've got Whale Spirit, lovely. So trust the great mystery. So we can't know everything, and I feel that links in nicely with the beginner's mind. You know, we know what we do know is in the here and now, isn't it? And we can plan and look ahead, but how things are going to transpire and what the future looks like is a great mystery. Okay. Alright, so a final shuffle then of the Faery Oracle deck by Brian Froud. And we'll get into your reading, Leo. Alright, so we have the heart of your reading, what the challenges are at this time, what's in your power times 2, a possible outcome according to free will, of course, and something else that your guides would like to say to you at this time. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Singer of Intuition. This is tapping into your intuition. This is tapping into your second sight, your brow, third eye chakra. What is it your intuition is telling you about a situation? So I'll just put that to one side, and then a little bit more of a shuffle to get some clarifying cards. So could we have some clarifying cards for all of the cards on the table, please? And at the bottom of the deck this time we have the Pook. And this is the paradoxical energy. This is when it's difficult to know what's real and what's not real, what's true and what's not true. So it's that sort of an energy. So I'll just put that next to the Singer of Intuition, and that's perhaps where you're having to tap into your intuition, your gut instinct, is going to be very important for you, Leo. Just to get underneath these this foggy area where you're not quite clear about something, you know, what's real, what's not real. All right, so let's have a look at the heart of your reading. Okay, so we've got the Glaucona and we've got Lom the Poet. The Glaucona is an energy of all that glitters isn't gold. So how somebody is presenting is very different. If you scratch the surface, you're going to find something very different underneath. Okay, and Lom the Poet. Lom the Poet is the dreamer. He's the poet of the Faery Oracle. And he's tends to appears switched off, but he's just in his dream state. He can be an idealist as well. But you can spark him, you can wake him up if you start talking to him about poetry and writing. So something that interests him will wake him up, and you can then get his attention. Alright, he's a very young energy. So, right, for some of you this could be referring to a younger person. a younger person that could be an idealist. It could appear switched off, although, you know, there are ways of getting his attention, or his or her attention. It could be also that whoever this is referring to, that how they present to you is not quite really, is not what's really going on inside. So that's possible, a possible meaning for some of you. Somebody may be wearing a bit of a mask or putting a front on that hides their who they really are in one way or another. Okay. So this could be referring to an aspect of yourself, Leo, or this could be referring to an energy around you or somebody connected to you. For others of you, I feel that if you are currently a little bit preoccupied, for example, it could be that, you know, somebody around or connected to you is aware of that and is offering something, but it's not to be trusted, if I can put it that way. Okay. All right. So what are the challenges for you at the moment? Well, we've got the She of the Crowash and the Singer of Courage. Of course, the Singer of Courage is very much a Leo energy. But She of the Crowash, this is very much a feminine principle. And the feminine principle concerning caring, nurturing, compassion, empathy. But this is a challenge for you at this time. So it could be something to do, it's not gender specific, Leo, but this could be something to do with somebody who carries these energies or puts themselves forward with these energies. But there's a need for you to be strong here. The need for you to remain courageous. But this is a challenge for you. And it could be that, or it could be that, you know, this She of the Crowash, this is part of your energy, your feminine, the feminine side of you, or your femininity, Leo. And at the minute, you are, if you're very much into this energy, then it could be that, you know, it's feeling a bit of a challenge at this time. So being strong around this energy is a bit of a challenge for you at this time, Leo. Okay. All right. What's in your power? Well, we have the Gocha and we have unity. The Gocha, this is when there's something that's difficult to face. It may be something new that's just come in, or there's something that's been around that you've been trying not to look at, not to face. However, this is about a need to look at this now. And it's something to do with unity. It's something to do with coming together with others to be united. And that's going to make you and those around you stronger if you can all work together and pull together. So it's just something that you're going to have to face now. But there's others around you who are going to support you, and you're going to come together and be a strong unit. You can see unity has got the antlers, the stag's antlers there, and that's a symbol of strength. All right. So that's in your power at this time. What else is in your power, Leo? Well, we have the Ra and we have Neris the Alchemist. Neris the Alchemist has come out quite a lot in these recent readings. So I feel, so far as planetary systems are concerned, the universal systems, there is a lot of change happening around us and within us. But anyway, This is very much about mental acumen. You know, the Ra isn't grounded, and is not supposed to be. The Ra is about the thought processes, being in the mind, mental activity, thinking things through clearly at this time of change. I feel for some of you there's an internal change happening here, almost a chemical change happening within. That, you know, you're going to come out of this process stronger, being able to be more focused. Particularly with the support of the Ra around. But a time of change, and getting a better understanding of what this change means for you, I think, Leo. Okay. So what's a possible outcome here? Well, we have the Fairy Godmother and Geo the Slow. The Fairy Godmother, this is a universal gift. This is a gift of a beautiful opportunity being offered to you now, Leo. The Fairy Godmother is offering a beautiful apple here. So it's something that's going to nourish you, that is going to benefit you. For others of you, if this is representing yourself as a giver, do remember to always keep something back for yourself, keeping something back to keep your energy up. All right, so that's just for some of you. So it could be a combination of both. But the clarifier is Geo the Slow. And Geo the Slow is happy to nestle in the ivy on the tree and watch the world go by. So a time of slowing down a little. Taking, you know, watching the clouds go by, taking your time, you know, not being too concerned with anything really, just, you know, plodding along really. And this could be a universal gift to you. This is almost like a gift for you at this time. Just slow down a little bit and take your time and watch the world go by. So what would your guides like to say to you at this time, Leo? Well, we have the Maiden and we have Leighton the Sylph. All right, what your guides want to say to you, there is something right at the very beginning. It's a very childlike energy, a very young energy. But this is something at the beginning, and it needs nurturing, it needs looking after, it needs attention to help it to grow. Because Leighton the Sylph, whatever it is, things are going to speed up. Leighton the Sylph's a very fast energy. So what your guides want to say to you is things are going to suddenly take off and become very fast. And because it's in its early stages, it's just being mindful to perhaps look after, you know, take care of the small print, take care of that which needs your attention because of something it's in its early stages. But it's going to suddenly take off. So that's what your guides want to say to you for now. All right, so if just quickly go back to Porcupine Spirit. So time for a beginner's mind. So here we are. That's something at its early stages. And it's just being aware of that. This is something new. Something needs your focus and time and attention. And also, life's a great mystery. So however something is going to pan out is not fixed at this time. I've just dropped it, so I can't get to it because I've got all my paraphernalia over there. But yeah, so the future's not fixed at this time, and it's a lot depends on utilising your beginner's mind here, and you know, looking after the detail, and the detail is how you can apply in this planning stage. But remember, things are going to suddenly take off. Okay. All right, that's interesting. All right, I'm just going to Get 2 final messages for you, Leo. Have 2 final messages for Leo, please. 2 final messages for Leo. Alright Leo, so finally we've got impasse. So reflect and redirect your energy. So the road you've been on, your life journey that you've been on up to now, Leo, is coming to an end. So we've got the brick wall across the path. So what you've got to do is change direction, and it's to do with energy. So you've got to reflect and redirect your energy now. You know, go down a new path, a new route. Because your current one is being blocked, and that's by the universe. The universe saying, right, you know, you can't carry on down that usual pathway. Whatever this is to do with, Leo. So reflect and redirect your energy here. And first light. So beginning a new cycle. Beautiful. Right at the beginning of a new cycle. So when for a new cycle to start, there has to be an old cycle that completes. And I feel that's where, and that's what this reading is saying to you, Leo, whoever this is for. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Leo, I hope you've enjoyed the reading and it's giving some clarity for you on your situation. But good luck. Until next time, bye-bye for now.